Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my weekly review.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here, meeting my icon, Catherine Isabel here.
Beyond the realm of what, across the streams of hopes and dreams where things are really not. Come along if you can. Come along if you can.
Have a good one. Cheers, guys.
Side of your mind, but please realize you'll probably be surprised.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you a video talking about my experience attending Flashback Horror Weekend in Chicago this past weekend. I went last year and I went again this year. So yeah, I'm just going to talk about my experience meeting some guests. I'm just going to show some things I picked up along the way. So yeah, like I said, I went last year. I did a video on it. Meeting my all-time favorite actress, Catherine Isabel, and everything. That was a phenomenal experience. This year I went by myself. My girlfriend is, she got a scholarship to the Disney programs, so she's busy with that. So going by myself was a different experience. No one to really share it with necessarily. So there was a little void there. But still, overall, this convention was another really good one. It went by pretty fast for me. A lot of it is not a blur, but a lot of it just running together. I feel like I'm still, wired. I feel like, oh, I have to make it to this right now, or I better get walking over to this. But yeah, horror movies, shows, they're some of my main passions. Horror is probably my favorite genre. So I'm going to try to make it to this convention every year now because it's run fairly well. There's a lot of nice people. I have plans for the Vampire Diaries Originals convention next year, but besides that, I'm going to try and go to this, definitely many more times. Yeah, so I'm going to have all my pictures I took with my phone of certain guests and my digital download photo op pictures probably at the end of this video. It's just easier to edit it that way. So stay till the end. I'm only going to try and make this video roughly 10 minutes, maybe 15 at most. But please stay till the end if you want to see the pictures, or if you follow me on Facebook. I've been posting them all weekend as it's gone on. But yeah, I had some good food there as well. I am a foodie. And at the hotel, the Crown Royal Plaza, they had just opened up Murray Brothers Caddyshack, Bill Murray. And they had a horror-themed menu this weekend. And whenever I'm in Chicago, I really do enjoy Chicago. I always like to treat myself to at least one really good meal. Like last year, we went to a really good deep dish pizza place, and a couple months ago when we went to C2E2 and everything, we went to a really good ramen place. So this time, I treated myself to their horror-themed Silence of the Lamb chops, which is really good. Special whiskey sauce grilled and everything. Those were really good. And on the last day, I also had their Texas Chainsaw Chili, which is pretty good as well. A bunch of spices and such. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about food too much. I know it's not what you guys want to hear about. But yeah, so one of the things I got, of course, convention shirt, Chucky. Of course, the main guest this year is Brad Dourif, so I thought this made sense. I have a couple Friday shirts, I have a couple Nightmare shirts, so I think Chucky was about time. I have the convention shirt right here. I'm sure if you guys have watched my videos, you've seen me wearing the one from last year as well. That kind of the Part 2 Freddy, with the flames and everything. So this is the design they had for this year. If you look at that, hopefully I get it on the screen alright. So you can see the Chucky silhouette thing in the middle, then the hockey masks for horror. They're pretty cool. And then I didn't really buy too much besides what I paid for the guests and everything. Because I go to these things mainly to, meet people and stuff like that. But I still picked up some things. I wish I would have gotten more, but a lot of figures there are fairly expensive, and I kind of had to pick my battles. Yeah, the main reason I wanted this year is, of course, meet Chucky and stuff like that, but also what really kicked my ass to go this year was when I heard Damon DiLorenzo and Ray Santiago from Ash vs. Evil Dead were going. I knew I had to make it. We'll talk about that in a few minutes here. I did get this sort of B-horror Bruce Campbell movie right here. My Name is Bruce. It was only about $7. He wasn't there, unfortunately, but I wanted to get something of his, after Ash vs. Evil Dead ending. It looks pretty fun for what it is if you enjoy, sort of Bruce Campbell's, personality, I guess. And then, I did actually save, and I got the Ultimate Weekend package this year, especially for the VIP reception, which we'll talk about at some point. But they gave you a couple comics, some of them with Charles Brand and everything, like Dollman Kills the Full Moon Universe. I really don't know much about this stuff, but still kind of cool, and it's free. So, and also this random movie, Evil Bond 777. I don't know when I'll watch that, but not bad. It's free, so you can't really complain. And I got a couple comics myself, kind of random, but kind of sparked my interest. Vampirella, the first couple issues of that. She seems cool. I might want to look more into her, so why not? So yeah, I didn't really buy again many items for myself this year. I kind of had to save money for everything else. All right. And then I'll show you some of the stuff I got signed. Again, pictures at the end of the video, guys, so please stay. Alright. And I'll kind of use this to go through and talk about certain guests too, I guess. So I did meet Michael Berryman. A lot of you guys know him as Pluto from the original Hills Have Eyes movies. But he was also in House of Corpses and Devil's Rejects. We did a movie recently called The Evil Within. He was on Z Nation not too long ago. So I had him sign a little Hills Have Eyes print right here. Michael Berryman is a very, very nice guy. I actually ended up getting his signature and a picture of him, which you'll see later, for free. I had heard he had done that for people before, but I wasn't really counting on it. But he was only charging like $20, $30 already, and he did all that for me for free, which is really kind of him. But yeah, real genuine, sort of appreciative guy. So yeah, definitely very cool to meet him. And then I also met Ken Kersinger, who played Jason in Freddy vs. Jason. And now I know there's a lot of stigma with that. He took Kane Hodder's place and everything. But I've always liked Ken Kersinger. I kind of kicked myself for not meeting him last year. And, to be honest, I get enjoyment out of Freddy vs. Jason. I've always actually liked the version of Jason in that movie. Some people don't really like the whole anti-hero spin. But, I just think, it's kind of interesting with Jason's psyche in that movie with, Freddy at play and how they delve into that. And how there's like a shred of sympathy you have for Jason in his past anyway. But with Freddy, he was always pretty twisted and fucked up, so no real excuse. But yeah, I met Ken Kersinger, who is a really nice guy. He was also the werewolf in Bad Moon, which I reviewed a while ago. He was also on an episode of Supernatural Season 1, The Benders, so talking about that. Talking about working with Catherine Isabel as well, which is really nice. I like to bring her up whenever I can. But yeah, I had him sign this print of him from Freddy vs. Jason. Pretty cool. Yeah, really nice guy. And then I have my photo op picture here, which you'll see a better version of again at the end of the video. This is the printed copy here. It won't look quite as good on camera as it does in person, but it looks good, trust me. this is with Brad Dourif, of course, the voice of Chucky, and Fiona Dourif, his daughter, who is in, Curse and Cult. Also just reviewed her movie with Robert Englund called Fear Clinic. She was on Shameless recently, and she's done a ton of other stuff. Really making a name for herself as well. So I'll give you a look at that. I just had him sign this. And yeah, that's Fiona holding my Chucky doll, which is pretty cool. She kind of got a kick out of it, thought it was fun. So yeah, I was definitely curious to meet Brad Dourif because I've really kind of fallen in love with the Chucky franchise. Freddy and Jason are still my favorites, but after that, I think it actually might be Chucky. And then past that, I think it's like Leatherface and Michael Myers and stuff like that. But I think Chucky's definitely taking the third place for me. I just really constantly enjoy all the films. And Brad Dourif, he was a pretty nice guy, like you see videos of him lately. It seems like he's sort of I don't want to say bored, but he's more of a quiet, sort of reserved guy maybe. But when you talk to him, he's actually really engaging. He's ready to hear everything you have to say. I also really enjoyed him in the Rob Zombie Halloween movies with Danielle Harris. He spoke pretty highly of her. So yeah, he's a nice guy. Definitely worth meeting if you love the character like I do. And Fiona Dourif, I was pleasantly surprised by it. I mean, I was looking forward to meeting her, but she is really sweet, really down to earth. When you talk to her, you feel like a real person. You feel like you're having a conversation with a real person. She's very laid back, and it's great talking to her about Shameless and everything as well. I expressed my love for her and the Chucky movies too. Because it's great seeing what happened with her at the end of Cult, but even just her character as she starts in Curse, I think she was my favorite in the franchise in terms of regular character. And Fiona Dourif again, just super cool. And then here's the probably the biggest part of my weekend, the photo op, my Ash vs. Evil Dead duo photo op with Dana DiLorenzo and Ray Santiago. Really cool. They asked me what I wanted to do, so I just said Deadites are coming, and that's what they did. Pretty awesome picture, I gotta say. Of course, wearing my Ash vs. Evil Dead shirt that you guys have seen before. Very cool, and again, you'll see better versions of this in a few minutes here. So yeah, those are my printed things and my signatures and stuff like that. So very awesome. And there weren't a ton of panels this year. It was kind of odd, but I still got most of the main ones I was hoping for anyway. I mean, the Ash vs. Evil Dead panel Q&A with Dana and Ray was awesome. I asked them what their favorite season was to work on story-wise and everything. Dana really liked season 2, and Ray said season 3. I debate between those two all the time, so that kind of made sense to me. That was a great panel. And Dana DiLorenzo, by the way, I gotta say, she was the highlight of my whole fucking weekend. You'll see all the pictures I took with her on multiple occasions at the end of the video here. But she was amazing. She just has all this passion and this great appreciation for her fans of the show and her followers and everything. I keep saying really laid back and down to earth, and she definitely was too. At the VIP reception, of course, there were drinks and everything, and it was just really fun to be around her. I had when I took my first couple pictures with her, I posted about it on Instagram, I believe. And she had seen me later, and she said, she felt like they were kind of blurry, so she let me take redos. She let me take a couple more for free. So that was kind of nice. I didn't think the first pictures turned out too bad, but hey, I'll get more pictures with her whenever I can. And I seen her a couple times, sort of like outside it, out about in the hotel area. And she, if you're cool to celebrities most of the time, or at least with the people I've met, most of the time they'll talk to you a little bit and stuff like that. And she definitely did. She was very cool. She kept on recognizing me, you again, and if you guys seen my video earlier, I posted a 40-second video she let me record with her at the reception. And she was just awesome all around. Definitely one of the most awesome, I keep saying awesome, but she definitely was. I'm still kind of taken back by just everything that happened with her. It was great. She was great. Ray Santiago's a really nice guy as well, you know, for sure. Also at the VIP reception, you'll see a selfie I took with them. I also did sort of briefly meet C.J. Graham, who played Jason in Part 6, Jason Lives, which may be my favorite Friday film. So that was cool, still got out with him. Unfortunately, I didn't get a picture with this next guy, but Steve Dash, he was there as well, who played Jason in Part 2. He has a really sarcastic personality. He really likes to say he's the first Jason. And the 5 Jasons panel was really fun, by the way. You know, he likes to say he's the first Jason because he didn't have anyone to sort of, you know, base his act on, which is true. The only guy he had before him was, Ari, or the guy who played, Jason as a kid, but he didn't have anything to sort of model the killer off of. So he has a point there, but really he's a genuinely fairly nice guy. He was the one walking around to the VIP reception, actually walking up to people at tables, fans at tables, and talking to them. So it was really cool of him, shook his hand and everything. So yeah, just trying to think about any other little thing. Also, a big concentration for this year was Fright Night. They had a little Fright Night reunion for the original '85 film, which I may do a video review on because I got a chance to see that outdoors. It was screened at their outdoor setup, which they did for Nightmare 4 last year. I'll be honest, I was embarrassed, but I hadn't actually seen the original Fright Night. The remake was okay, and the sequel to that remake, New Blood, with Jamie Murray, I disliked kind of because of her, but they weren't very good. The original Fright Night, though, I kicked myself in the ass for having not seen before. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think Fright Night, the original, is probably within my top 20 or so horror films now. Just all after they put into the makeup and everything, and hearing the cast talk about it beforehand was great. It was funny. It's an inflatable screen outside, and it was windy. It was warmer, so the screen came down a couple times. And Amanda, one of the actresses from Fright Night, she kept on running out, while they were trying to fix it, and doing like an extended Q&A and talking to people. Really cool personality. Also had an interaction with William Ragsdale, who played, Charlie, Brewster. I had seen him in Justified as well, so I asked, I had talked to him a little bit about that. It was funny. Pretty nice guy too. So yeah, then there's also a screening of the first Child's Play they had outdoors, with Brad Dourif, Fiona's there, as well as Alex Stinson, Christine Elise, and everything. As well as the director Tom Holland, who was a really cool guy to hear talk. And Child's Play isn't my favorite of the franchise. I think it's between Bride of Chucky, Child's Play 2, and maybe Curse, I guess. But still, I have appreciation for the original, as well. So it was still a good experience, too. So yeah, I know I'm probably forgetting some things at this point. But yeah, just overall really good time at Flashback weekend. You guys really got to go at some point if you haven't yet. If you're a fan of horror, there's some pretty cool vendors. A lot of it is fairly expensive, but you should still be able to find some cool things to take back with you for sure. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought if you went, and yeah, here's the pictures. Catch you guys next time. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and peace. Pictures, don't stop the video.
Across the streams of hopes and dreams where things are really not. Come along if you can. Come along if you dare. Take a ride.